We are together, and through this, we will survive.
Hey there, everyone. Marzook here. How goes it? Today, we will be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes Amalgamous Prime.
Amalgamous Prime is one of the original 13 Primes, the first Transformers created by Primus to help battle Unicron. He represents transformation, change, and adaptability. So, what makes him special? He is the master shapeshifter among the 13. Unlike most Transformers, he can change into virtually any form he can imagine. He's playful, curious, and unpredictable rather than a traditional warrior. In the movie Transformers 1, Amalgamous Prime is one of the 13 Primes who was betrayed alongside the others and later appears as part of the legendary Prime mythology. Amalgamous Prime embodies the very idea of being a Transformer, the ability to become something else.
Okay, so here we have Amalgamous Prime, and this dude is so crazy looking. Of course, the head, obviously screams great, however many great grandfather, ancestor of Shockwave, obviously with that one-eyed. You got four arms like Goro. He doesn't really look like a Transformer. He looks more like a mecha out of like Armored Core. He's very Diaclone, honestly. He's just very alien looking in every mechanical sense versus the really alien looking Quintus and Leech Maximo that are really alien looking but in an organic kind of way. This is him in a mechanical kind of way. Like if I didn't tell you this was a Transformer, you would think that this belonged to a different toy line. He really is an amalgamation of a lot of separate design cues, and he's not for everyone. He's part weaponizer, he's part battle master. The main selling point is playability with this guy. But it's gorgeous for what it does have. The paints here. He's cool. If you like wacky, outside of the box designs, this is your guy. This is one of the funnest primes, honestly. Okay, so for articulation, we come to the head. The head can move up like that, can move down like that. The neck piece right here can move like that. His head can turn that way. His head can turn that way. 360 at this bicep. 360 at this bicep. Bend at the elbow. Bend at the elbow. Tilt. Wrist tilt. Hands are not articulated. Can do a full 360 at each hand. The shoulder joints right here can move all the way up like that, and then you can do a full 360 at the shoulder, but my joints are super tight. You can get a simulated ab crunch, but admittedly that's more for transformation. You can twist at the waist to full 360. You can kick this far up. You can kick this far back. You can do the Van Damme splits. You get a tilt. Super tilt. Both legs. And then you get this knee joint right here. See that joint right there? and then this spins full 360. So he's super articulated, freaky looking dude. For accessories, he comes with this, which turns into a scythe. Like that. Beautifully painted silver. It has decent sculpting there. But he comes with this tip right here. This clear plastic tip, which does go at the end of the scythe. And he comes with this Cybertronian pistol or gun extension, which either he can hold or you could attach here, or you could attach here for his alt mode, or you could basically plug in wherever there's a free 8mm port. And of course, his artifact is the T-Cog, and the T-Cog is inserted in his head, and it's installed in his head, which is a rather interesting place to put it, because once you remove it, he has no eye. Okay, now he has it out of the head, and as you can see, there's a big gaping hole in his head. And of course, here's the T-Cog itself out of his head. It's what he looks like with small deluxe 86 Bumblebee, which he is way bigger than. But Bumblebee, honestly, is a small deluxe, but not really a deluxe. He's like, if I'm being honest, to me, I always thought it was just like a large core class. But there you go. Here we have him with the deluxe class, Alchemist Prime. And yeah, Alchemist is a small, little, stout, but wide fellow. And they look good together. And here we have him with the highly controversial Nexus Prime. And they are both Voyagers. Playability, obviously, you get with Amalgamous. You kind of get with Nexus. He is more of a glorified combiner chest. But yeah, we won't get into that because I could be here all day and all night talking about that. But yeah, they look good together. Of course, with any of his fellow primes, he looks good. But yeah. And here we have him with the MD005 KO of 86 Prime. And of course, Prime is a good amount bigger as he should be. Heftier, again, should be. He's 2 class sizes up. But yeah, that's what he looks like with the Commander 86 Prime. Here we have the official alt mode for Amalgamous Prime here. And it is a spider drone. And I just love the look of this. I know a lot of people don't like it because to them it doesn't look like a transformer. But to me, it gives me Diaclone vibes. And Diaclone is where we get the majority of the G1 stuff, right? And Microman, etc. But this gives me Diaclone vibes. I get Armored Core vibes. You know, other type of mecha, classic mecha. You know, what you think of mecha in general. That's what you get with this. You know, kind of reminds me of that RoboCop villain. You got a lot of stylistic things going on here. I love this, like, I guess, like, 4-legged drone, this spider drone. This toy is just very unique in everything that it does, and what it does is it pulls it off so uniquely. The truth of the matter is, you can make up your own alt mode. You know what I mean? If you don't like this, you could come up with something yourself. And that's what I love about this Amalgamous Prime toy is the flexibility in what you can do with it. If you don't like this, you know, you could create your own alt mode. Like really, that's the coolest part of this toy. This thing just looks so cool. You can make this cool little car drone guy. Looks kind of stupid to me, honestly, but it's something you could do. It's a neat little drone. I mean, it does have 4 wheels, so it could be whatever you want it to be. I guess it's a Cybertronian little car. I don't know. You tell me. You can make this type of cool little drone. You could turn him into this type of drone, which looks like a small little Cybertronian ship. This is one of my favorites. It's a lot better than that little weird Cybertronian car drone. This is cool. I like this. Here's another drone option. You just stick that little eyepiece there in the middle. It's whatever, but you could do that if you want to do that. And here you have the tank drone. And this is probably my favorite of the stuff that you could create. It looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this is a lot of people's favorites. But this figure is so cool in the fact that you could basically try to split it up and make whatever you want, that you could just come up with something yourself. And I'll be showing you something I came up with right now. You know, I created my own beast mode for him, as you can see. And I just love that you can do that. You know, if you go on the TFW forums, there is a page where people just post their fan-made combinations for Amalgamous Prime. I mean, you could literally just go crazy with this guy. You know, you could buy multiple of him and combine them. You know, he's very, very weaponizers in that way. He's very combiner bot in that way. He's just lots of fun with this guy. I cannot. What's the phrase I'm going for? I could not recommend him enough, is what I'm trying to say. He's just a brilliant prime in the toy line, just from a fun perspective. Okay, so of course, in his alt mode, he does retain articulation. So this leg can move like that. Same thing with that. Rotate here. This can go like that. The back legs, of course, go like that, go like that. Rotate like that. Wrist articulation, move down like that, like that. This can rotate. So you basically retain that articulation wise. Okay, here we have Amalgamous in his alt mode with Wheeljack in his alt mode. Of course, you have your Voyager, your Deluxe, and yeah, he's plenty chunkier and bigger in every way as he should be. Here we have the Walmart Retro G1 Bumblebee, or the Netflix Bumblebee. Again, this is a small deluxe. He's a mini bot. He's really tiny. Since he is a four-legged alt mode, let's compare him to another four-legged Voyager alt mode. Let's move the camera over here. And here we got Voyager Silverbolt, Beast Wars Silverbolt, the legacy one. I don't know what line it was. But yeah, he's a bit bigger than this, so definitely living up to his Voyager designation, at least size and heft wise, to me. And here we have him with 86 Prime. Commander, Optimus Prime, or if you picked up that more than meets the eye Optimus Prime, the leader class. But quite a hefty figure. And this, of course, is heftier. It does feel denser. It does feel heavier. But it should be because it's a class or two classes above this guy. Okay, so for final thoughts, let's start off with the negatives. I don't like the fact that the head pops off so easily. That kind of sucks. 2, the joints are very tight. Like, probably the tightest I've ever had them on any of my Transformers ever. This little door, this little hatch right here that you open to transform him, incredibly hard to open. I can barely articulate these shoulders because they're so tight. But then on the other hand, the more and more I play with this guy, the looser that these connections become. So I might have to dab like some nail polish to thicken them. So that kind of sucks. But other than those negatives, he is a knockout for sure. He is one of the best primes as far as playability goes. You are going to get every bit of your money back in playability and in fun and in hand feel play. He's just a delight to mess around with. If you like, splitting him, if you like splitting, those weaponizer guys, those batter master guys, those Junkion, those legacy Junkion guys, if you like splitting those up and creating your own, designs and stuff, this is the toy for you. This is the prime for you. Can't go wrong. He is a very welcome addition to the rest of the primes that we have in the 13. And I cannot recommend them enough. If you don't have them yet, pick them up. I give them 2 thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend, and remember, my friends, to always smile, because the strongest smile through it all.